Warning: sensitive images.
Our programs offer many languages. Please visit suprememastertv.com/schedule.
Nos programmes offrent plusieurs langues. Veuillez visiter suprememastertv.com/schedule.
Nuestros programas ofrecen varios idiomas. Visite suprememastertv.com/schedule.
Programele noastre oferă multe limbi. Vă puteți uita pe suprememastertv.com/schedule.
Our target audience is actually anybody who is open to living a life without cruelty, anybody who cares about animals and wants to live with compassion.
Supreme Master Qinghai gratefully present Animal Aid with the Shining World Compassion Award, plus $10,000 as a humble token of love and support for your noble work, with high praises and best wishes in heaven's blessings and mercy. Continue watching to find out more.
Vegan, all the prophets, saints, and sages would be very, very proud of you.
Intelligent viewers, Chante washte nape, chiu zapo. I just said, I greet you from my heart in Lakota Sioux, a regional variety of the Sioux language, the fifth most spoken indigenous language in the United States and Canada, spoken by about 2,000 people, mostly in the northern plains states of North Dakota and South Dakota in the USA. I'm Fremont. The animal people are grateful for all that you do to protect them during their precious time here on Earth. Welcome to the second and final episode of our show, Animal Aid, protecting animal people for over 4 decades. Today, we'll learn about the ways in which Animal Aid chooses its campaigns and the challenges they face in lobbying governments on behalf of the animal people.
Interestingly, our strategy does vary depending on what's happening at any given time. For example, whereas slaughter and farming and sadly animal experimentations are always happening, so we are always working towards stopping that. We're always campaigning to stop slaughter, to improve conditions for those animals who are farmed, etc. That's pretty much year round. Our other campaigns depend. Sometimes they're seasonal. So this month was the start of grouse shooting season. So we did quite a lot of work around that. We also have the wonderful education department who are working year round to try and make sure that we are able to reach young people at a time when they're starting to really want to make their own decisions and decide for themselves if they want to live a life free from cruelty.
Fleur continues with more on the campaign against wildlife hunting.
Another of our campaigns is on wildlife, and actually that's been really interesting recently because we have another petition running. This week we have been collaborating with the wonderful people at Lush Cosmetics, and they have been using their stores to highlight our campaign to hashtag ban snares. Now, snares, for those people who don't know, they are Stone Age metal contraptions used to trap animals, mainly so that we can steal their food. So this is predominantly done on estates where there's a lot of shooting of pheasants and partridges. So they'll lay traps to catch foxes so that there's more birds for the people to shoot. These snares are vile. It's like a metal noose and it can get to this tight. So I've seen some really horrible injuries, not just on foxes, but on farmed animals such as lambs and sheep, dogs, cats. They're really nasty. In 2016, MPs did vote to ban snares outright, but this instead resulted in a code of practice, which is not really worth the paper that it's written on. So now we're again asking the public to support us. So as you can see, we've got a really diverse range of campaigns, and we try and make sure that we don't leave any animals behind. It's not just the cute ones or the popular ones that we try and help.
Only British citizens or UK residents have the right to sign. animalaid.org.uk/ban snares.
Don't go near a vegan, or you'd be infected with the incurable compassionate nature.
Compassionate viewers, we'll now pause for a brief message. Please stay tuned to Supreme Master Television. Welcome back, vibrant viewers. As we move towards a vegan world, more and more organizations are forming to protect the precious lives of animal people. As one of the oldest organizations, Animal Aid is always willing to work with anyone who shares the same values.
Animal Aid, we do like to work with other groups and organisations who align with our own ethics, because then we can work together and really try and speed things up to make things better for animals. For example, our recent snares campaign, where we worked with Lush, was also a collaboration with the brilliant hunt investigations team, as well as the national anti-snaring campaigns. So we do try and all work together and collaborate, because we're all working for the same thing.
In 2018, the High Court of the Indian state of Uttarakhand granted all animals the status of legal personhood. Animal Aid approaches the noble goal of having legal recognition of animals enshrined in law with a strategic balance of ideals and current political realities in order to best help our animal people co-inhabitants.
Animal Aid would love to work towards a place where legal sentiency is recognised for animals, and where there are laws to protect animals in their own rights as their own individual, unique beings, in the same way that some other countries have passed laws regarding animals having a personhood. That's absolutely one of our biggest goals. The last 5 years have been so important for humanity. We've seen so much change in terms of recognition of climate change, of our responsibilities as a species, how we treat other animals. We've seen vast change in these last 5 years. And so I believe that now we are in a political climate where we can very much start having that conversation and working towards a place where animals are legally protected in law.
Animal Aid is there to support anyone wanting to live a life without cruelty, and that message is well received in the United Kingdom. Fleur tells us that it's especially important to reach young people.
Our target audience is actually anybody who is open to living a life without cruelty, anybody who cares about animals and wants to live with compassion. It is important to us to speak with members of the public and also children in schools, because it's such a formative age. And if you speak to people when they're young, you have an entire lifetime of being able to make cruelty-free choices. But we're open to anybody who wants to learn from us, and we aim to be a support.
We've seen how Animal Aid works tirelessly to protect our precious animal people. So it's very encouraging to learn that in a recent survey carried out by YouGov for Cruelty Free International in the United Kingdom, it found that 2/3 of people want to see a deadline set for when all animal testing will have been phased out. Let's hear about more successes achieved by Animal Aid.
We worked with lots of supermarkets. So now the majority of supermarkets are labelling their food as vegan, which is brilliant. We've worked with numerous councils to stop them introducing animal entertainments into city centres. We have stopped factory farms from being built. We've done so much, even in terms of the amount of school talks that we've given to children in schools. The impact has been huge.
While Animal Aid has been promoting the cruelty-free lifestyle for decades, powerful forces behind the animal people industries continue to fight back against policies or changes which promote a compassionate and sustainable way of life.
One of the biggest challenges that we face as an animal rights interest group, shall we say, is that there is so much power in the political lobbying from the meat and the dairy industry. We see it time and time again. We've seen it in the recent move towards plant-based milks, for example. The dairy industry got absolutely terrified and started trying to do everything they could to ruin the reputation or damage the ability of plant-based milks to succeed. For example, saying that they can't call it milk, or they can't use the adjective creamy to describe the taste. They are very powerful because they've got a lot of money.
But Animal Aid is persistent and has been successful, as Fleur considers their political lobbying to be one of the organization's most successful forms of activism, to play their part in the transformative change that needs to occur to protect the Earth for future generations.
Over the last 50 years, we've seen an increasing recognition that animal industries are having a terrible negative effect on the world, on the planet, on the environment, on ourselves, on each other. Even our governments now can't deny that climate change is real, it's incredibly dangerous, and if we don't do everything we can now to change it, it will wipe us off the face of the earth. And I think that has been finally started to be recognised. However, we are still seeing that our governments are being incredibly inconsistent. There's a lot of lip service being paid. There are some moves to do the right thing, don't get me wrong, but it needs to be across the board. You can't be saying we need to fight climate change on the one hand and then giving £1 million to the milk industry to shore up this damaging, unhealthy and unethical industry that we know is very carbon heavy also. I mean, the links between climate change and animal farming are incredibly well known. So what we do need from our governments is a consistent approach. They need to do what they say they're going to do, and they need to stop trying to get the last bit of money out of whether it's the oil industry, the meat industry, the dairy industry. You know, we know the oil needs to stay in the ground, and we know that we need to move all of us towards a vegan lifestyle.
All information concerning the scientific evidence of climate change and its solution is in Supreme Master Ching Hai's book, From Crisis to Peace, free for download at crisistopeace.org.
We sincerely thank Animal Aid for the noble work they have carried out throughout the last 4 decades, and wish them much continued success in all that they do to create a peaceful world for all beings. God bless you abundantly for your love and devotion to our precious animal people. Supreme Master Ching Hai gratefully present Animal Aid with the Shining World Compassion Award, plus $10,000 as a humble token of love and support for your noble work, with high praises and best wishes in heaven's blessings and mercy.
Supreme Master Ching Hai is deeply grateful to the most merciful, beloved God for all the financial help, comfort, and support to the afflicted and needy, and or any good cause over the years, as a humble vessel for His compassion and love toward His precious children.
To learn more about Animal Aid, please visit animalaid.org.uk, facebook.com/animalaid, twitter.com/animalaid, youtube.com/user/animalaid, instagram.com/animalaid_UK.
It is good that you are observing strict dietary regulations, which is one of the basic prerequisites. You will appreciate that for obtaining a refined state of mind, one is required to adapt himself or herself to a refined vegetarian, simple and nutritious diet for maintaining the physical body in a normal state. Sankirpal Singh Ji, vegetarian.
Compassionate viewers, thank you for your company today. May you be forever guided by the divine in the best ways to look after the earth and all sentient beings assigned to our care and protection.
Our programs offer many languages. Please visit suprememastertv.com/schedule and suprememastertv.com/VEG